All right, listen up because I'm about to drop a truth bomb that's going to piss off a lot of people. Therapists, recovery gurus, the whole self help industry, they're all going to hate this, but I don't care. The title says it all. Why I don't believe addiction is a disease when it comes to abuse. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm calling BS on the sacred cow of modern psychology. Addiction isn't some uncontrollable plague that absolves you of every shitty thing you do when people are around you. It's choices, bad ones, repeated ones. And when those choices turn into abuse, emotional, physical, financial, whatever, hiding behind the it's just a disease, that's a coward's way out. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a heartless prick. I've seen addiction up close, family, friends. I've even stared it down myself. Let's cut the crap. Labeling addiction as a disease like cancer or diabetes, what a load of horse crap when it leads to excusing abuse. Cancer doesn't make you scream at your spouse until they cry. Diabetes doesn't force you to steal from your kid's college fund. Addiction, that's all on you, buddy. And if you're using that label to dodge the fallout, you're not recovering. You're just rebranding your toxicity. First off, let's talk about the difference between having compassion and accepting abuse. This is where our bleeding hearts lose their minds. Oh, we have to be empathetic. Addiction is a disease. They can't help it. That's bullshit. Compassion means understanding someone's pain without letting them weaponize it against you. It means saying, I get that you're hurting, but that doesn't give you a free pass to hurt me. Accepting abuse, that's when you swallow the disease narrative, hook, line, and sinker, because you let it erode your boundaries like acid. Picture this. Your partner's an alcoholic. They come home wasted, smash a lamp, call you worthless, and the next morning, oh, sorry, babe, it's my disease. And you nod, you hug them, and you clean up the mess because they're sick. And that's not compassion. That's codependency on steroids. That's enabling. Real compassion would be, I feel you for your struggle, but if you don't get your shit together, I'm out. That's tough love, not this fluffy feel-good crap that keeps victims trapped inside of cycles of hell. I know. Cue the outrage. You're stigmatizing addicts. No, I'm stigmatizing abusers who hide behind their addiction. There's a world of difference. If someone's quietly battling their demons without dragging others down, fine. Call it a disease. Offer help. But when it spills over into abuse, that's where the line gets drawn in blood. Compassion says, I see your humanity. Accepting abuse says, your humanity trumps mine. And that's garbage. Victims deserve compassion too. Hell, more than the perpetrator does. But while in our therapy-saturated culture, we're all about coddling the sick while the abused to get told to be more understanding. Screw that. If your disease makes you a monster, either own it or fix it. Don't expect the world to bend over backwards while you keep swinging. Now let's dive into the meat of this. How does this disease model become an excuse for harmful behavior? This part's going to make the AA crowd foam at the mouth. The disease model that's pushed by big pharma, insurance company, and every rehab center raking in billions turns addiction into this external force. It's not me, it's the disease. Like some alien parasite took over your brain. Pretty convenient, right? No accountability, just sympathy and scripts for God knows what. But here's the raw truth. That model is a get out of jail free card for abusers. I've seen it firsthand. Guy beats his wife black and blue during a coke binge. It's my addiction disease. I blacked out. Woman manipulates her family into bankruptcy with gambling. The disease made me do it. Kids are neglected by their parents while hooked on opioids. Blame the disease, not. It's all excuses wrapped in pseudoscience. And the worst part, society buys it. Courts reduce sentences because addiction is a disease. The therapists agree with it. Relapse, that's just failing and trying again or not trying at all. Don't feed me that brain scan crap. Yeah, addiction lights up the reward centers like a Christmas tree. So does falling in love or eating chocolate cake. Doesn't make those diseases. Calling it a disease ignores free will. It pretends addicts are zombies, powerless, puppets. But guess what? Millions quit cold turkey every year without a single meeting or a pill. How? because they chose to. They hit rock bottom and decide enough. If it's truly a disease like Alzheimer's, why can some people just cure it just with sheer willpower? Because it's not a disease. It's a habit gone nuclear, fueled by trauma, boredom, or just plain selfishness. And when the abuse enters the picture, the excuse becomes deadly. Abusers, they lean on it to gaslight their victims. You don't understand my illness. Victims internalize it. If I just support them through the disease, meanwhile, the harm piles up. Broken homes, traumatized kids, suicides. Calling it a disease, that doesn't encourage recovery. It encourages invasion. It lets abusers play victim while actual victims, they suffer in silence. Polarizing? You damn right it is. But if you're an addict using this as a shield, wake up. Your disease doesn't justify terrorizing people. Either face your actions or stay a parasite, which brings me to the core. Why personal responsibility still matters in recovery. This is where I go full divisive, because in this world of victimhood culture, responsibility, that's a dirty word. But addiction hijacks the brain. Cry me a river. So does anger, lust, greed. Do we call those diseases? No. We call them human flaws, and we expect people to rein them in. Recovery without responsibility is a joke. It's why so many treatment programs fail. They focus on the disease label instead of the hard truth. You chose this path. Now choose your way out of it. Personal responsibility means owning every drink, every hit, every abusive word. It means saying, I did this. I hurt people, and I have to make it right. Not, it's the disease fault. Just pass the pity. Bring a little catch up too. And just look at the people who have success stories, the ones who truly recover. They're the ones who take the reins. They admit, I screwed up because of my choices, not because of some invisible force. They make amends, not the fake AA step where you apologize once and move on, but real grinding work. Therapy, sure, if it helps. Meds, if needed. But without responsibility, it's all window dressing. And for the abused, responsibility empowers you too. It says, this isn't your fault, but staying, that's your choice. Don't buy the disease excuse. Demand a change or walk. That's not cold. It's survival. Critics will scream, you're blaming the victim. No. The addict isn't always the victim. When abuse happens, the real victims are the ones on the receiving end. Blaming a disease lets abusers off the hook and keeps the cycle spinning. Personal responsibility, that's what breaks it. It forces growth. It demands fix yourself or face the consequences. In closing, I don't believe addiction is a disease when it comes to abuse, because that belief destroys lives. It blurs compassion with enabling. It turns excuses into gospel, and it erases responsibility. If you're an addict, hear this. You're not doomed. You're capable. Choose better. And if you're abused, hear this. You're not obligated to endure. Walk away. And to everyone else, stop parroting the disease myth. It's not helping. It's only hurting. There, I said it. Flame me in the comments, but deep down, you know that I'm right.